Oh, hey! 2020! Am I right? What a shit show! I'm honestly surprised we haven't been hit by an asteroid yet. But that's alright. Christmas is on its way. And you know what that means? It's time for Christmas movies! I mean, there's so many classics to choose from. You got Home Alone 2, Gremlins, freaking Tokyo Godfathers, which is a Christmas movie. Pretty depressing one, but it's a Christmas movie. But that's not what we're watching this year, are we? We're not watching Home Alone. We're not watching Macaulay Culkin shave his face and scream in the mirror. Haha, funny, funny. No. So what are we watching this year?
The hell is that?
Well, it sure ain't the Pillsbury fucking Doughboy.
Yeah!
So in 2001, screenwriter William Butler wrote the original script for Gingerdead Man, which at the time featured a CGI villain with a design that looks more like a cracked out cartoony Pillsbury Doughboy than a gingerbread man. It's really not a terrible design, but as you can probably tell from the thumbnail and the clip I showed you at the beginning, this isn't what Full Moon actually ended up going with, for budgetary reasons. God damn it. So we jump ahead 4 years to 2005, and the world is graced with The Gingerdead Man, directed by Full Moon's version of Roger Corman, Charles Band. I'm not joking, reading through this guy's filmography is like somebody taking a giant B-movie logo and just sticking it on like a plank of wood and then just clubbing you over the damn head with it. You just can't get away from it. But what else can you say from the guy that brought us Corona Zombies? I mean, somebody had to do it. So the movie opens with Gary Busey. Yeah, Gary fucking Busey, robbing a diner.
This ain't right. We gotta fight back. It'll be okay. You bastard, I'm gonna fucking kill you!
Oh man, so close. Maybe if you hadn't shouted like a goddamn caveman, you could have snuck up on him. It's not like you had the upper hand or some shit. God, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to any movie. It's like if you're trying to sneak up on somebody and you have the upper hand, you don't come up behind them and go, "Ugh!" Anyway, Gary kills both this old dude and his son, leaving the daughter alive, who goes on to become our hero throughout the course of the movie. One of the things I love about Gary Busey is that he's such a psycho that you can't tell what is script and what's just his brain short-circuiting.
Kitty? Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. Get kitty.
So an undisclosed amount of time has passed, and in that time, Gary's character Millard has since been executed thanks to Sarah, and Sarah, our survivor, manages and runs the family bakery, alongside the simpiest simp to ever simp, Brick. And with a name like Brick, the only thing I can think of is that after his mom gave birth to him, she was like, "Damn, I just dropped a brick." This movie's a fucking brick.
A mosh pit of tag team damage and body slammage.
Oh, you cannot tell me that didn't just make her panties drop. Ugh, dude's got some game, man. So a creepy person dressed completely in black delivers a box of Grandma's gingerbread spices to the bakery, and Sarah, clearly not the brightest tool in the shed, questions nothing and brings it inside. How much you want to bet this was a bad idea? So Brick cuts himself and bleeds into the spices, which just so happens to contain the ashes of Gary Busey, thus the blood gives life to the soul of the dough. How did this happen? Was this really the best idea Gary could come up with for revenge against Sarah? He couldn't hire, a hitman or something posthumously? No, turning myself into a gingerbread man, that's the 10 out of 10 game changer we need. There are some other side characters as well, but they all suck, as you would naturally expect. You've got Sarah's alcoholic mother who stumbles around hammered, shooting her super high-tech shotgun shells that somehow don't break any windows but can knock down a banner. Damn, that's impressive. You got Larry Cedar playing the opposing bakery across the street, who next to Gary is probably the most veteran actor in this entire thing. You remember Deadwood? He was that guy. There's some blonde bitch, a tattooed badass, both of which can't act for shit.
If it's somebody playing a prank, which I think it is, I'll clobber him. If that thing is real, I say we grab that motherfucker. And we take it in to Leno, Letterman. How much dough can you make from a talking cookie? Dough, cookie.
But, let's be realistic, the entire selling point of this movie is Gary Busey as a homicidal gingerbread man. If they had kept with that original CGI design that I showed you at the beginning, it could have worked, but instead we get whatever the unholy fuck this atrocity is. Oh, Dear sweet Jesus, it's like someone took one of Busey's nuts and drove over it with a steamroller, and then just photoshopped his face on it. And like I said, some of his dialogue and delivery is so perfect that I honestly think they just stuck a mic on Gary in his normal everyday life and recorded whatever he said. Cause I like to think of the idea of Gary Busey screaming at a rat in some dark room. It just makes me happy.
I'm talking to you. Want a piece of me? Hey, you little shit. Fuck off. Come over here. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your little rat ass.
And a lot of the choices these characters make made my fucking brain punch itself. Like, Gary Busey cuts the phone line, but they have cell phones. Gary cuts the power to the building, but the doors aren't locked and they can leave at any point. Sure, it's a cliche, but at least in most slasher flicks, there's at least a reason for people not just running out the front door. They can literally leave at any time. In fact, one of them does. But near the end of the movie, Gary finally booby traps the exits. It doesn't make an ounce of sense, and it made my brain hurt. And somehow, even though there is a total of six characters in this bakery, none of them are able to overpower a gingerbread man. It's not like the blood gave him super strength. He's still just a goddamn gingerbread man.
Don't worry, I can handle this. Now it's time to meet your maker. Prepare to face the butcher baker. For tonight, your ass is toast.
You gotta be shitting me.
Oops.
Man, that's sure a lot of shots for a 6-loader that isn't even loaded. Nice. I don't get it. I really, really don't get it. How did this, of all movies, manage to turn into a franchise? How? It totally baffles me that there are 4 of these movies, including the epic crossover Gingerdead Man vs. Evil Bong, which I didn't even know was a thing until just now. Yeah, there is some marquee value in hearing Gary Busey's voice coming out of a squash ballsack, but they really didn't maximize the potential a concept this crazy should have had. And you know what the worst part about it is? It's not even a Christmas movie.
I've had better ideas. This wasn't one of them.
You too can support the channel for just $1 a month by joining the Patreon for exclusive videos and content. Links in the description down below.